this outrage goes? Do you think it dies off, like people realize how ridiculous it is and it becomes like bell-bottom jeans?
Dude, I think it's all caused by the internet, by these echo chambers you live in.
Yeah.
And these algorithms that want you being angry.
Yes.
I think it's making everybody angry about... It's the same fervor as the blue dress, gold dress. Mm-hmm. It's on one of these things now. And it's the same fervor as like, this was too dirty before. It's like, well, this is too race-related. This is too misogynist, whatever. It's just like people turning on each other on a level of like, why? You guys would sit next to each other at a ball game and have a good time. Everybody's pretty fucking nice to each other.
Most people
are like, get that fucking N-word out of my way. I mean, you just never see those people anymore.
Right.
So it's like, are we just looking for someone to attack? So in the Bible, in the Torah, there's this medrash, there's this like fable of, so God to choose, this is what they taught us in yeshiva, to choose the Jews, it's unfair to have us as the chosen people, right? It's unfair to the other cultures. So there's this fable that says, God tried every other culture, let them live their entire existence, and then they died out, they killed each other off, never got to the Messiah age, and then died out. So one time he picked the Christians, one time he picked the Chinese, one time he picked the fucking Norwegians, one time he picked the Germans as his like, this is my race, right? And every time it didn't work out. And one time in one of these things, and that's why they said maybe that's what the dinosaurs are. He gave them the world for a while, and then it didn't work. Yeah. But... yeah, it's like, you guys are kind of reaching. You can just say whatever, but they're trying to explain it away because they got no explanation for dinosaurs. But anyway, what they said, it used to be where crops just grew and animals were just abundant and no one had to toil. And so the mankind would toil and then it didn't have to. Everything just grew, right? So they would think that maybe this would be easier and everybody would be nicer. There's this guy who has this theory on like, since computers are going to come up, we're not going to need like 40 hours of work week anymore, probably 20. And his theory, I forget his name, is that with those other 20 hours, we'll read more, we'll do crazy things. But I don't think it is, because in this fable of Judaism, when man didn't have to toil, they just went to war. They just started murdering each other because you need conflict. So in great times that we're in right now, where everybody's doing well, an iPhone costs a lot of money and almost nobody doesn't have one.
Right.
We're doing great. We're in an opulent society. Racism's down to super low levels, but you need someone to attack. So even when you're in a bubble of LA and New York, and almost everybody's 95% on your side, you're like, I need to attack somebody because everything's too easy. So it's a sign of how great we are.
I think that's accurate. I think that's definitely what's going on. And that there's not real problems like real war, or real like hard crime and violence in the streets. And so we're looking for things to be upset at. I also think there's a lot of people that have access to their phone while they're at work, and I think they're bored as fuck. And I think there's
it riles you up.
And there's a lot of wasted time. If you're an employer and you're paying someone to do stuff by the hour, I guarantee you most of their time is spent listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, and talking shit on Twitter.
Getting what's making you angry.